I want to talk to you about the importance of branding your business. Stay tuned. Now, if there's ever money that I've spent that was really wise, was on branding finishing touch carpentry. Right from the beginning, I started out with shirts for myself and all my employees, letterhead and envelopes and whatnot that branded the business. And as I'll explain, I purposely chose the name and logo of my business to reflect what I do. I would say that if there was anything that I should have done different is branding more and branding sooner in my business. Case in point is this actual branding machine that I just recently received, purchased it from a place in the US, and I'll leave a link for this company. But this is a brand where I can brand my logo onto work that I do. I've got also a smaller brand for smaller projects, or maybe I need to be a little bit more inconspicuous, and also another brand I'll show you at the end of the video. But the mistake you can make is thinking that I don't have the budget right now to get shirts and hats and all that sort of stuff. But realistically, you need shirts and you need a hat to do your work. You also need a notebook for estimating and all these sorts of things. You want up front to make your business as professional looking and as you can. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not an ego-driven thing. It's getting your name out there. And I don't know how many jobs I've got where people have commented on, well, I love your branding, your vehicle has got your logo on it, all your letterhead, and it speaks to the fact that you're a legitimate business and that you do good work and you stand behind your product. I'm going to start branding, as I mentioned, all the woodworking projects I do as I start building more tables and beds and that sort of thing, which is kind of where I want to go with my business. But these things are important, and it leaves your mark on all the work you do. Your employees will thank you for their shirts and hats and whatnot. And when you supply them with shirts and hats, there should be an expectation put on them to not only wear the uniform, but to look the part. And when you're doing work in people's homes and so on, make sure that your employees are acting in a professional manner. I worked, and I'm sure we've all worked on construction sites where there's so much antics and profanity and this and that going on that people look at that and say, I'm not sure if I want them working on my home. So I just want to say that money spent on advertising in this form is one of the best things you can do when you start your business, not 10 years later. I'm going to show you how I came up with the logo for my business. One day we were doing a big renovation, lots of finishing work involved, and there were some tools laying on the plywood floor, including a square, a level, and some clamps. And I thought to myself, building things square, level, and secure is what my business is all about. So I arranged these, the level, square, and the clamp into this arrangement here. Finishing touch carpentry. Of course, you can see the square, the level, the clamp. The C, this would be the C of carpentry, and then finishing touch with the F and the T. And also I felt that this resembled a cross as well, which is important to me as a Christian. And a reminder to do things to the best of my ability and to treat people fairly and so on. But usually I'm not this creative, but this just came to me. I wanted a name that was unique and also a name that described what my business does. And I think there's a lot of companies out there that, right or wrong, they use names that are a little bit mysterious to people. But I wanted something that really spoke to what I did and what I strive to do. So use your creativity and come up with a name that brands your business. Now here is a sign that I had created by Sign Design, the company in Thunder Bay that I went for actually designing my logo after I showed them the vision I had for what the logo needed to look like. And I had this sign posted on a little small cabin, cute little cedar cabin with a red metal roof that I built on Lake Superior. And I posted this sign outside the property with a mention that check us out on Facebook. I also did a Facebook post on my business Facebook page, and the next day I had a contract for another cabin down the road. And that's how you can work social media to your benefit. Now, social media certainly has a lot of drawbacks, but if you use Facebook, for example, or Instagram or YouTube channel to help promote your business, it can really pay off. One of the things that's kind of interesting about Facebook is you can pick your domain name, and this is what I did. I picked finishingtouchcarpentry.ca. If you click on that domain, it will take you right to my Facebook page, and it doesn't cost me a cent in web fees. Anybody that has a website will know how much it can cost to build a website and maintain it. But you can direct people to your business website on Facebook, and it's just a Facebook page, and you can get lots of good business contacts from that. Now, you'll know if you follow my channel and you're a subscriber and so on, which is really important. I'd like you to do that right now when you have a chance. You'll know that I come from a policing background. I was 30 years on the Thunder Bay Police Force, as it was known back in the day. When you wear the uniform, you represent the profession, and the expectation is that you act appropriately and act professional. That is a really strong belief of mine, and I've carried it over into my finishing carpentry business, and I think it's paid off dividends. Now, just to prove the point that I'm not just promoting finishing touch carpentry, I'll take you to a job site where another company is really promoting their business in the same way by branding their product, their work, and the professionalism that they bring to the job site on a daily basis.
See if I can find and clear everything out. Hey,
Here he is,
how's it going?
owner of Red Pines. Here's the trader.
Yeah.
Left finishing touch carpentry for more money and nicer shirts. What do you got to say for yourself? Good answer.
Hoorah.
Having fun.
Doing some tiling.
Yeah, well, tile, a little grout, and
Awesome. So Nathan Jaspers, friend of mine who owns Red Pine Carpentry, Red Pines,
Red
plural.
Pines.
Tell us about this project here, Nathan.
Yeah, so this one, it was an old home. It was going to be a major renovation. We took off the first 2 floors, and we ended up just taking it right down to the foundation, re-excavated, backfilled, proper waterproofing and whatnot. Re-poured the floor, and it's a new build from there. And tried to use what we could from the old house, like this mantle here is a beam from the floor. We got a ceiling over there that was the original hardwood. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we tried to keep it to look like the old house. It's just a little taller. Same footprint, similar, exact same roof look, just a little steeper.
And you see you've got a lot of, what is this, pine or spruce? Or?
Pine, so it's all white pine. So this and these are all actually going to be with the stairs.
Oh yeah.
So if you look here, it's a floating stair, and then you'll have the treads just continue on up there, sticking out. And then we have all the beams and everything that's also pine.
This stuff up on the ceiling is pretty amazing. You guys did some solid and some is mitered?
Yeah, most of it's solid except the main one actually is mitered around a big LVL. Yeah, and then there's going to be a lot of different features in the house. Now we're getting close. We got kitchen going in early next week. Mm-hmm. Then the flooring, doors are going on today, Monday.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're finishing kind of touch.
Yeah. Now I notice you're like the philosophy I had, where you have company shirts and hats and all that stuff, and everybody's dressed in that.
Yeah.
What's
first
your
thing I
philosophy
did
on that?
was get the apparel right away, hats, shirts.
Yeah.
And it was just myself, then myself and my Uncle Lloyd, and now I got a few guys with me, and I make sure everyone has enough shirts to wear for the week. And we just look more professional. That's about it, yeah.
Well, thanks very much, Nate.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank you.
And you stole my guy, but that was actually with my blessing. So
yeah, that's right.
He's running the camera.
And he's doing very well.
Yeah.
So I have 2 apprentices now. One's in school, and he's learning on the job.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Finally taking that down.
You want to come? I can't do this alone.
It's kind of neat.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah, see the mantle? Like that's the original beam in the house.
Wow. So that is such
Everyone that comes in loves that.
yeah. So you guys just picked a really neat piece though.
Well,
Finally, think of branding as a strategy for attracting the right kind of customer. You want customers that appreciate quality over price. You want customers that are going to be appreciative of the good work you do, and that's an important factor, especially in the finishing business. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.